everybody, welcome back to Connerty Meadows Farm. My name is Ricky and today we are going to head over to the bee yard and see what's going on with the bees. So we noticed in February we still had activity, and then by March there was none. We've opened up the hives and unfortunately this is what greets us. Now if you'll notice, we think this might be our problem. That is called a mite, and like many other beekeepers in Ontario, we suffered the loss. So we are going to be taking these home and emptying them out. Oh, it's so sad. As they die off, they try to go to the bottom area there to clean themselves out, but they obviously got clogged up and couldn't get out. Too many of them. What's the bottom board look like? What are we seeing? There's moisture in there, or is that honey?
That's honey.
No. Oh goodness. Yeah. All right, we're gonna load it up and take it home because we don't want to leave any of this in the bee yard, as we have new ones ordered and we don't want to spread anything to the new ones. So we're gonna take these home and clean them up. Same thing, eh? Cluster on the top.
Barely anything in it.
Yeah, no honey stores left. Well, we'll be able to get rid of this gnarly one. Oh, careful. Yeah. Very sad, unfortunately, but we're not the only ones that have suffered the loss. Still doesn't make it nice, right? Alright, load it up. Back at the house here, we are unloading all of the boxes, laying them out in order so we can see what we're dealing with, trying to dump any extra bees off into the dump trailer. AC wanted to look for the queen bee, so we kind of looked, but there's a massive amount of bees in there. We got a table ready that we would use to scrape down all of the frames, and you can see AC over there on the left hand side. She's using a brush and just brushing any dead bees off into the dump trailer. We're just trying to keep contamination to a smaller layer. Here I am scraping off the frames. I'm just scraping the area around where the frames go, not the frames themselves. We're keeping anything that's good, honey, drawn out, comb, all of that kind of stuff for the next bees going in. Kind of like a welcome home present, furnishing their apartment for them, I guess, or their house for them with all the things they'll need to start going. But we are cleaning up everything so that it's ready to go and there's not such a buildup. This one's got some capped honey in it on both sides, and there are a couple dead bees in there. But the new bees will clear those dead ones out. You can see I am just literally scraping around the frame. I am not scraping inside the frame where all the good stuff is, because we want to use that to continue to feed all the bees everything that they need when they come in. Here's just a close-up. This one's drawn out comb, and you can see unfortunately, all the bees in there. This is up where the cluster was at the top. So they probably cleared out that section of honey, and then the stores of honey were down below and to the outside, and it was just so cold they couldn't get there as well. Here's some of the bees in the trailer. This was a very interesting piece of comb. And again, the bees in the trailer. We just brushing them off in, again, trying to keep everything neat and clean. Getting the frames all organized. Here you can see we're just taking the edges, cleaning them all up, getting all that extra wax off. Sometimes the frames get stuck and you've got to use the hive tool to lift them out. So AC was just demonstrating there what it looks like when you lift the hive tool up. And here we go, just brushing them out, making sure everything is neat and clean. There you can see how we scrape the outside off. And this piece of comb was just not built very well, and I don't want to have that in for the new bees. It smelled so nice. Beautiful piece of drawn out comb, just not up against the frame, so we had to get rid of it.
Live.
Alright, so that's the year that we purchased, and you know, as they get older, to remove them.
This was the bottom board of our stronger hive going into the winter. It's just devastating to see all of this. Very sad. Look at all those poor girls.
Extra time. There we go. You ready?
Is it stuck in there?
Yes. No, it's not, because I unstuck it.
And we have some bees flying around that are little robbing bees.
They're not robbing bees. They're honey bees that are coming from other hives. They're kind of scout bees. And they're coming to see, and they're going to tell all the other bees, oh, there's a lot of honey here. Let's go and rob it. They're just scout bees.
There's a bee that flew right in there.
It's robbing.
And it went down. It's working in there. I can see it. It's like right there. We're doing something in there. I have to be careful though.
Who's doing something?
Okay, so what is this?
Capped brood.
Capped brood. And how do we know it's capped brood?
Because there's a little brood in there.
So they just
It's kind of hard to tell that this is capped brood. You're kind of ruining it.
scrape off. You can see.
There's some in there too.
There, see? This little baby was a baby bee.
There's another one.
Anything that fell on the ground, bees and bits and pieces, all got cleaned up and put in the dump trailer. And now you can see it's nice and clean inside.
We cleaned our hives out today. And now what's happening is called robbing. These bees are actually coming here and they're stealing. And funny enough, I think these are probably our swarm from last year. And you see in there working. So I think our honeybees came back, but they're not going to stay here. They're just stealing. Little thieves. See them all buzzing around? There's a whole bunch of thieves.
What?
There's a whole bunch of thieves. There's at least 6 of them, and they're definitely honeybees. Well, girls, enjoy your free meal.
Definitely a few.
So why is there some missing in this box?
Because that's where the frames that we are getting for the bees are going.
So the nuke will go in the middle. And what's on the outside?
Frames with honey and stuff that they can build with.
Yeah, so they're drawn out so that they can lay the brood in them. And then these ones,
They're full of capped honey and stuff like that.
yeah, honey and pollen and whatnot. So when they come in, it's like a welcome home present. they get something to welcome them home instead of big empty boxes with nothing in them.
Okay, so where do we want to store them?
So then, same thing over here, right? Lots of room for brood, bit of honey, and then honey over there.
This is just a shot of last year's hives when they were really, really active. We will be getting our new nukes, so that's a queen and a number of bees with her, and within that nuke there are 4 frames. Usually they have a lot of capped brood, some honey, pollen, and what they need to get them going. And then those will be coming at the end of June, and then we will be putting them into these hives that are ready and welcoming for them. So stay tuned. At some point in June, we will put a video out of installing the nukes. It'll be our second year installing nukes. Thanks for hanging out on the farm with us. We'll see you next time.